vinyl community, Geoff here. It's good to be back. I know the last full handful of videos I did were all done on one day and then spaced out because I had our annual church conference, which of course has been put off for a couple years, so it's the first time in a couple years, and it was great to see everybody. And at the very last minute, Wednesday, I can't remember if I mentioned it, if it was before or after I had the videos, but I think it might have been before. At the last minute, turns out one of the speakers couldn't come, and I was asked to speak. Basically, I rehashed a message from a prior conference, 2017, just kind of cleaned it up a little. Anyway, it went over well. That was cool. Filled in the spot real quick and had a good time. Had a great time. Was gone all weekend though, and so now I'm playing catch up. Anyway, when I got home, I had some records here. Still have some other things I wanted to talk about. But anyway, let's just jump right into this because, you know, not getting any shorter. So, in October 2021, I entered a contest for Record Crate and the couples contest, and I won. And it was a gift certificate, gift credit for the Historic Record Crate down in Raleigh. And it was funny because I entered the contest while I was in Raleigh, and while, the next day I went to Historic. But anyway, didn't win until a couple weeks later. But so I had this credit. I watched he's got online online sales. And so I've been kind of like, yeah, I'll take that, and maybe I'll take that. I had one or two that were floating in there that were adding up. And then finally, I wrote him and said, hey, did you get these Record Store Day titles that I couldn't get? And so he did. And so I grabbed a couple, and he went ahead and shipped all this stuff. So I got the Kings and Thieves, the Geoff Tate. This was one of the ones I was looking for. It's Geoff Tate's a hit or miss, and I enjoy this album, and I enjoy the Queensryche album he did under his own name, Queensryche. Anyway, this is it is more of a solo album. It's a little edgier than his previous solo album. I like it. It's got some good songs on it. So definitely wanted to grab this when the vinyl came out. It is a double record set, and it is on yellow. This is the same label that did the King's X and everything, so they all kind of feel the same as far as the packaging, the color. It's a gatefold. It's got a picture inside. It's got this neat little booklet that comes with it. That's kind of like, it's a lyric sheet, but it's in small booklet form. So nicely done. Looks great, sounds great. So was glad to get that. So score that one off the list. Now then, and this is all my fault, I didn't get specific enough. I said, and did you by chance get the Night Ranger? And he said, sure, I'll get that in there too. Now, in my mind, I'd kind of forgotten there was two Night Rangers, and I was talking of somewhere in California, the actual album, the 12-inch. But I did realize, and I did want, so it's not a big deal, but I got the single. So, wasted time, 2 songs. I believe it is 2 songs. I haven't even opened it yet. If I'm not mistaken, it's 2 songs that would have been on their last album and that didn't make it. So bonus tracks, basically. So glad to have that, but now I do have in the back of my mind where I need to circle back and get somewhere in California. These other 2 were ones, again, over the past couple months of watching, I just basically said, yeah, I'll take that, and he's been holding them to the side. I picked up my first ever Uri Heap album. Like Gary at Physical Format Rock and Roll, he learned about Uri Heap through the vinyl community. I mean, I've always known about him. Back in the day, in the 80s, we had a Bomb Nog. That was probably my first introduction to them. My friend had it, and we listened to it. The cover was really cool and grotesque, but kind of cool. And so, I always kind of knew, a little bit about them. Did not ever have any of their stuff. It's a little before my time as far as the music I was into at the time. So obviously when I saw one for a really good price, I thought, yeah, let's grab that. Now this one has the track Easy Living on it, which I have heard. I've heard covers by other bands do it. Great song, so I did know that song. A lot of these are being reissued. I think, was it this one or the other one, the Magician thing that was on Record Store Day before, and I actually picked up a copy for Gary and sent it to him for... because he couldn't get it in his store. I don't know, but anyway, it's just a regular used copy. It's on the Mercury label. I found a black Mercury label. I found a lot of them were on a red label, so a little different there. Got that, listen to that, great stuff, classic rock. And then this one is one of the first ones I had, and for those about the rock, I still need some fill-ins for my AC/DC. I don't even have Back in Black on vinyl. Flick of the Switch is on my list. Most all of those earlier ones are on the list of things I want to get. I don't think I have any. I don't have much of AC/DC at all, actually. Anyway, so yeah, I put this on the other day, and it just reminded me of how great this era was. This is around, I really discovered them around Back in Black. I mean, obviously we'd heard the Bon Scott years, but when I got into buying records myself, I think Back in Black was the one that came out. And then later you go back and you pick up, I remember seeing Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap in the record store when it was first released in America, and I thought, that's weird, isn't that an old album? And they get a different singer, yada yada. So I remember seeing that, and anyway, the Back in Black, and then, you know, this one and all of those. These are the ones that we cut our teeth on growing up in the 80s. And like I said, this and Back in Black and Flick of the Switch were probably three that really stood out in my mind. So yeah, that's it. Couple great things there. I have, like I said, there's maybe one or two other items from Record Store Day that I'm, you know, the Night Ranger, and I think there was one or two other items that I kind of want to get my hands on. But those were the main things. Those were the top, some of the top ones I wanted, so I'm glad to have those. And I do thanks a lot, Adam, for Record Crate, and I look forward to seeing you all later. I got some more to talk about, so we'll see you later. Rock on and rock hard.